Hey guys, it's getting more and more bizarre. It's getting hot in here, okay? As a matter of fact, it's a horror movie at this point because I was tempted to run under the covers and close all the doors and windows and put all the lights on. No darkness in this place, okay? Because Jaguar Wright has completely lost her mind, honey. She put out a video this morning, and this video, she was in the shower. It was all steaming. You can see the shower curtains. And every so often she would pop up her head with a cigarette, naked. All right? You know she's naked. And she's playing heavy metal music. Some people call it grunge music. You know, the kind of music you bop your head and you hit your head on the wall and you slam into people and and they think this is fun, honey. Jumping off the stage and almost landing on the floor. Sometimes they hit and they land on the floor. If nobody's there to catch them, they don't give a, you know what. They are just hurting themselves, and this is how they have their fun. So this reminds me that Jaguar is about to do something, okay? I'm scared. I'm really like looking at this screen. She says, y'all want to see me? Y'all want to see me in my essence? I'm paraphrasing. But child, I was saying, oh my God, what's about to happen? Should I call the cops? Is everybody safe? I hope nothing is going to pop off right now. I don't think I can sleep tonight if anything pop off, okay? Now, some of the words to the song goes like this. I felt the earth shake inside of me. I run forever, but I don't get far. Honey, I was tempted to sound like the man and sing the lyrics exactly how he sounded, but I might scare myself. I didn't want to scare myself, so I said, I ain't going to even attempt it. Not today, because I got to sleep tonight, okay? And then the next line to the song says, there's a wolf in my eye. And she pops her head up with a cigarette and she's singing. And I'm saying, oh my God, this is spooky as hell because it's dark and you can hardly see anything. Guys, I think you know already. Don't take much to scare me, okay? If you say boo, I'm under the covers. I'm under the bed, all right? So when she says, there's a wolf in my eye for you, and she put that emphasis on for you, I was scared for Goomba at that point. Run, Goomba, run. That's all I can say. That's all I can think about because I'm scared for him at this point. But I got real scared when she said, y'all want to know who I am? Let me show you. I said, girl, please do not, and I repeat, not show your naked body. Now, I don't think the public is ready for that. Really. I mean, really. And then she says, you see what you're making me do, honey? And I'm telling you, Goomba, it's your fault for everything, including her getting on her platform when Tokyo told her not to get off the platform. She's getting on her platform, acting a fool, blaming Goomba. So then Jaguar made her little speech. She said, y'all want to know who I am? You really want to know who I am? Well, Y'all want to know who I am? I'll show you the I am. I'm a gun toting, whiskey drinking, weed smoking, crazy motherfucking bitch. And I was brought here by God to save your miserable lives. I've been great forever. I was great before I was born, and I'll be great after I die. You stupid bitch. It almost sounded like if she was about to unlive herself. I said, Lord, please take the wheel. Please, Tokyo Tony, where are you? Jaguar needs you right now, right here, at this moment, at this time, because she's acting crazy again. Then she says, this is part of the song, you are the wilderness. And then she pops her head up. I'm presuming now she's taking a bath, right? She's in the bathtub soaking. She pops her head up, and the song goes, you are my wilderness. And then she pops her head up and said, look what you're making me do, honey. I said, what is Gerald making you do? You're taking a freaking bath and puffing on a cigarette. Woman, get a grip. Then she said, you should be so lucky to know somebody like me, after she made her little speech. And, that's the problem with a lot of people with this self-grandeur. They feel as though they're greater than life, greater than everybody else, and so everybody should really be lucky to know them, bow at their feet. And so that's where some of the delusion comes in. Now that's called illusion of grandeur, when you think you're bigger and greater than you actually are. Because when people are not buckling and bowing how they feel people should buckle and bow, then they get all out of pocket. They want to cuss and carry on and act a fool because then their ego have been deflated because she had Gerald trained for 4 years to believe she was bigger than life itself. Allegedly. She had this celebrity fame about her. But I think Gerald has come to realize that was in the past. She's no longer a celebrity like that. She's a celebrity in the fact that she was once on top, but she's no longer on top. So people are not checking for Jaguar right like that. But Goomba didn't know that. Allegedly. I don't think he knew that because he was so happy to be in her presence. But now that Goomba has flown the coop, she's realizing the strong hold on him that she thought she had, she does not have. And that's what's killing her. The only person who looked up to her and thought she was this big celebrity is gone. Allegedly. So now who's going to look up to her and put her on this pedestal? There's nobody left. So, true to form, she's going to blame Goomba for everything, although he's no longer there. Well, we expect her to do that. She wouldn't be Jaguar if she didn't do that. I'm expecting her to blame him for more stuff. So even if she tries to hurt herself, allegedly, she's going to blame him for that also. So I can't play a lot of it because of the music in the background. The music is blasting. So she says she is the greatest thing there ever was. And she's been standing in front of us for 25 years and we didn't even know it. Jaguar, you're the only one who believed that, honey. Because you were on top at one time with that Coca-Cola commercial, but you had a fall from grace from since then. Since that time, you've been on this downward spiral, okay? Everybody who was coming up with you in the music industry has made it. They have sustained. They're still where they need to be, like the Roots. But you, on the other hand, my dear, you totally messed yourself up. Nobody did it but you. So then she says she lives in the shadows. Check her credit report. She barely exists. I believe it. If you have bad credit, you're not going to be on FICO's radar. So, but I don't know what kind of credit she have, honestly. This is all alleged. So the heavy metal song is over, the headbanging song. I know she puts on a sad song, a nice slow tune, songs like Joan Baez. She was a big star back in the day, a big singer back in the day. You're talking many moons ago. This is the hippie era when all the young people were protesting the Vietnam War. Joan Baez was one of the people the Flower Children listened to. That's what they were called back in the day, the Flower Children. All them hippies. So she says she ain't got nothing to hide in this moment. Y'all want to get to know the real me. And then she mentioned that she's naked and just naked with smoke or some foolishness like that. And I said, no, Jaguar, please don't do it. Girl, you've already dragged your own name in the mud. Don't drag your body in the mud too, because if you show your body, honey, let me tell you something, they're going to drag that body for filth. Don't do it. Sister girl, don't do it. But no, she did not show her body in this video. She was in the tub. You could only see her face. She did not show her body at all. But earlier today, about 2 people inboxed me and said Jaguar is completely naked on the screen. But you can only see her face. You just have to allow your imagination to go there. Because we know she's in the bathtub, she's naked. But she did not show her body. And then she says, here I am, all of me. And you guys know, by this time I had my hands, both hands over my eyes, okay? And when she says all of me, I open up my 2 fingers and I peek through the fingers and I say, whew, oh Lord, whew, that's a sign of relief. She did not stand up, but what she's doing is raising her head periodically. So apparently she's laying in the bathtub and then she'd raise her head up for us to see her head as she is speaking. But she never once stood up for us to see her naked body. And I said, thank you, Lord, there is a God. I was sending those prayers, honey, out in the universe that this woman do not stand up and embarrass herself today. And God did answer my prayers. The church say amen. Amen. Honey, you got to pray hard. You got to be a prayer warrior when you come across stuff like this, okay? And then the saxophone comes on, playing. I said, Jaguar girl, I don't know if I should click off now, because I told you all, I cannot stand horror movies, okay? I got to sleep at night. So I don't want to see nothing that's going to scare me. I don't even look at scary movies anymore. And now she's going to what? Show what? Child, you better not even try that with me. So then she pops back up and she says, I've been rescuing sex traffic victims for 20 years. The way I do my job, I'm invisible. And I said, okay, that explains it. That explains it. Now I understand. That's why I haven't heard you singing for about 20 years, putting out any music or any real songs. Because you've been on the cover, rescuing sex traffic victims. Yeah, I understand now. Jaguar Wright is a investigator and she's a rescuer. Well, what happened to all them prostitutes on the street that were sex trafficked from state to state? How come I'm still seeing the same old ones? Obviously, you didn't come to my neck of the woods and do any type of rescuing. Girl, bye. So now she's not making any kind of sense because she says, I can't brag about all the people I have saved because it wasn't supposed to happen. I said, Jaguar, you can't brag about nobody you saved. You can name not one person because guess what? Yoo-hoo, hello. I got news for you. It never happened. It's all in your mind, honey. You never saved anybody from being no sex trafficking victim. Allegedly. And then Jaguar said, you see, 25 years ago, I've been keeping this promise. I have to be in secret when I rescue people because that's the promise I made 25 years ago to protect the people that I'm rescuing. And I said, Jaguar, if I knew where you were living, child, I would send a straight jacket for you. I swear. I would send the mental health department right over there, pronto, to rescue you from yourself. So then she started to talk about, the amount of energy it takes to rescue somebody. You can see the desperation in their eyes. And she knows what it's like because she's been through it. I said, girl, you're still going through it. You need rescuing, okay? You don't need to rescue anybody. You need somebody to come rescue you. But at this point, I'm saying, where is her family? Because I know if I got a loved one acting a fool like Jaguar, I would commit them. And every time they come out, I'd put them right back in because it's not healthy for that person. It's not healthy for them as well as the community at large. I know some of her family members are watching these videos. You want to tell me they're that heartless that they can't come to the rescue? Come on now. So now she starts crying and saying that's why she do what she do because she don't want to see anybody looking like her when they came and got her. Jaguar, honey, you still need help. Don't be delusional. You are in dire straits right now. I think this is the most dangerous time for Jaguar right now. I really do. She's at the precipice of her life being endangered by herself. So now the blues are on playing. It sounds like Muddy Waters. And she is now crying her eyes out, talking about you effing right. I am a failed singer. So now she's admitting that, oh yes, her downfall. You know, she's admitting to that downfall. So she's really going through it. She is able now to look at herself and say, okay, I know where I was, but now look where I am. This is a big downfall. And I think she knows when she's lucid, that is, that she has fallen from grace. And it's a disappointment. I think she has disappointed herself. Because of that big personality, she expected more of herself. And you know, for a lot of people, they look at what other people think. And for those like Jaguar Wright, who have high expectations of their abilities and of themselves, it's a big disappointment when they don't get to where they need to be at a certain time, at a certain age. So I'm sure she's disappointed where she is today. But that has to do with substance abuse. If you, allegedly, as much money as she gets coming in, she don't have nothing to show, then you can chalk that up to drug use, really. Because if she's clearing at least $6,000 a month, and the biggest thing that she's got is the car note and the rent, let's say the car note is $500 a month, and the rent is $1,200. That's leaving a whole lot of money left over for her to do whatever it is she wants to do, including maybe securing a house. That's a good down payment. You save that for a couple of months, and you can have a down payment on a house. But the fact that she don't have nothing at all to show for all this money that she have coming in from cash apps, etc., and if she's got music out there, maybe the royalties from those music, if she's got nothing at all to show, then you got to say it's the drugs. It's the drug use that's eating up the money, allegedly. So now she said, F the Grammys. I have saved 75 lives. Well, you have saved so many people, but yet you can't even name one. Jaguar is really going off the deep end. She is really going through it. And I don't see Legina talking to her, her mama talking to her, Sam talking to her, because they are well aware, as much mental issues as they have, they're aware that they can't talk to her at all because she's in that mania stage. You can't talk to a person like that. You got to get them help, professional help. So Legina Gold was diagnosed with being a paranoid schizophrenic person. And she appears to be more lucid and sane than Jaguar currently. So I'm wondering what's the real diagnosis for Jaguar, because if Legina Gold is paranoid, schizophrenic, and we don't see episodes because she's taking her medication, allegedly. If we don't see episodes with Legina, but we've seen it from Jaguar all the time, that tells me she's not taking her meds or she's misdiagnosed. She's got a lot more happening with her than Legina. Legina got 2 diagnoses, paranoia and schizophrenia. What does Jaguar have? She probably got maybe about 100 different diagnoses, allegedly. We don't know what they are because she won't say. She said she got a touch of PTSD and a little sprinkle of depression or some minuscule diagnosis, which didn't make any sense to me, not by the way she acts. She acts worse than Legina, and we know Legina's diagnosis. So that tells us that Jaguar have a lot more stuff going on with her, allegedly. So then she says she did not threaten that stupid BITCH, but we know she threatened that woman and indirectly threatened those children. The videos are out there in YouTube land. So she started rambling again, and she says, you effing kill that girl and her unfortunate kids. So here again, making all kinds of threats to Nikki and her children again. So apparently her mother walks in the bathroom and she yells out, what the F you? She says to her mother, don't scare me like that. I said, honey, you've been scaring us for years now. And what you're doing lately is really scary. Forget about your mother walking in on you in the bathroom. What you're doing right now is scary as hell. So now she starts going off on her mother. There's another bathroom. Why didn't you go to the other bathroom? There's another bathroom. I'm butt naked in here. I should have locked the door. You know, she should have locked the door. How can she blame her mother? But really, I think her mother busted in that bathroom to stop her from talking anymore. Because her mother started listening to all the gobble, 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 gobble. So her mother says, okay, I'm going to open this door, and that's going to stop her from talking anymore because she's not making any sense. She's incoherent, allegedly. So I think that's why her mother opened that door. But at least now we know her mother is with her. And if her mother is with her, then Legina and Sam is also there. Because she's not giving up her son for nothing unless she absolutely have to. Although we haven't seen Sam nor the mom in the car when she and Legina was in the car yesterday, and I said they probably were at a hotel, and they were at the hotel. Who got time to be driving around with Jaguar? Now, they're in a hotel. What happened to the rental house she was supposed to rent? When she moved to Shreveport, wasn't she supposed to rent some type of property, a rental property, or at least secure an apartment? What are they still doing in a hotel? The hotel is eating up a lot of the money also. I would think they need at least 2 different suites. So what are they doing? Living out of a hotel now? They're not going to share the same room or be in the same bed. So we know that money is going quick. So she yells out to her mother, "Get the F out of here." For her to talk to her mother like that, I don't understand it. And I really don't understand why the mother is still living with her. Everything is, I'm just at a loss right now. Why is she still living with Jaguar when Jaguar is clearly verbally abusing her? Because she yelled out, "Get the F out of here." Now, a lot of people said she abuses her mother in different ways, not only verbally, but money-wise. She takes her money and do with it whatever she wants to do. Well, I don't know that to be a fact because I don't have the proof, but I do know what I just heard. I heard her cussing at her mother. That's abuse. That's verbal abuse upon an elderly person. So at this point, she's just going off, wilding out on her mother. She's so effing tired of her, and she's an effing child. And I said, you know what? Somebody needs to take this tape into the police department to see what they can do, because they can come in and remove the mother and place her in some type of protection, and then get adult protective service involved and place her in some type of home or assistant living where she can live out the rest of her days as a happy old woman. She's really wilding out, talking about, "You lucky you're my mother," and I'm telling you. And I'm sure she was talking this way when Gerald was around. And for Gerald to sit by and watch all this go down, I really have to question him also. How can you allow, well, then again, I'm talking about a person who allowed this woman to defame his entire family, especially his parents and his poor mother. So that's who I'm talking about. So really, I was saying, okay, Gerald should have stepped in, but when you allow somebody to do what she did to his parents for all those years, cuss them to no avail, then you can't expect them to rescue somebody else's mother. So then she raises her head up and says, "Yes, I'm a effing terrible daughter. Stupid bitches." And I said, "Well, you were saying what we already know. We already know this because you're supposed to be this big celebrity. And you got your mother from hotel to hotel, a woman who should be in her retirement years just enjoying life. And this is the kind of stress and grief you're bringing upon her." So then she says she don't give an F about music. Music is just fun for her. And it was just a perk. And it gave her time to do whatever she wanted to do. Well, honey, if you live in your life day to day, that's what it sounds like to me. She's living her life day to day. Then, there's an old saying, "A rolling stone gathers no moss." She is not gathering nothing. She's just letting everything go by the wayside, just having fun and, living one day at a time. But what about concrete stuff, putting down roots, a house, a place that Sam and your mother can call their own, that they don't have to be moving from place to place? God knows you're bringing in enough money. Even now, she's bringing enough money because she got her mother's pension and checks. She's got her check, whatever it is she's bringing in, cash up or whatever. She's got Sam and she's got Legina's money. So that's more than enough for her to secure some type of property somewhere. Because, guys, remember, that's the one thing Sam said, his biggest wish, that he wanted stability. When Tokyo Tony was interviewing him, I do remember that. He says the one thing, my greatest wish is stability. And that is something she cannot provide as yet. So maybe it's best for him to go back to his father's mother, his grandmother on his father's side. So you guys heard it straight from Jaguar's mouth. She's not really a singer. She's a rescuer. She saved and rescued 75 people with new identities and relocated them. And I said, boy, isn't that the pip. I mean, I've heard it all. But this, I'm telling you, this takes the cake, honey. At least she's not saying that she is Christ reincarnated. So then she said 2/3 of the people she rescued came from the music industry. So being an artist was advantageous, being a singer, because then she can get close to those people and rescue them. I said, Jaguar, you have never mentioned that you rescued 75 people throughout your years of singing, of entertaining. But then again, folks, she said it was secretive, that she was incognito. Oh, I forgot. Girl, bye. And you know, there's some people out there who's going to believe this crock. So Jaguar is now making this thing song so spooky and so Sherlock Holmes-ish, you know. Like if she was Sherlock Holmes, ready to just break a case open. So she said, as of now, I'm coming out of the shadows. I'm not going to be secret about it anymore. You guys need to know who I am. I am great detective who? Super Jaguar Wright. Coming to your town. The great detective Jaguar Wright. So then Jaguar said, you guys have forced my hands with all this stuff that's going on. You forced me to announce what I have to announce. Well, I was waiting and my ears perked up. I said, girl, what you got to announce? We have heard it all, okay? She said, you guys ready? Grab your popcorn. If you don't have popcorn, grab a cup of tea, grab your coffee, but please be sitting because this is going to knock your feet out from under you. Jaguar Wright said she moved back to Shreveport because she's going to be, drum roll, running for mayor this fall. I tell you, I didn't know about it too. I lost for words. In other words, I am lost for words. I can't even make a sentence. Okay.
It's no longer a secret, and the reason why is because it's time for me to come out the shadows. All of this bullshit is forcing my hand. So fuck it, I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. I moved back to Shreveport. As my husband well knows, to announce that I will be running for mayor of Shreveport this fall for 2024. I'll be running for mayor of Shreveport this fall for 2024.
By a show of hands, raise your hands, folks. Who will be voting for Jaguar Wright for mayor of Shreveport? So Jaguar said she and the fellas over at the Monkey Bar is going to do something big for Sam. He's getting his first car. I thought he got a car already. Didn't she announce to the father that he got a $22,000 car? Is that the car she's driving? She got me all the way confused, honey. And then she says, oh, all these years she's been pretending to be a recording artist. I said, Jaguar, you know, girl, you need to stop. Because word on the street is that you done lost your mind. And you really showing us that you done lost your mind, okay? So Jaguar is sitting in the bathtub. And she's saying, for 25 years, I've been hiding really who I am. I have lied to you all. I've pulled the wool over your eyes. I've pulled the okey doke. I'm really a rescuer of people, okay? I'm not really a recording artist. At this point, I got my popcorn out and I'm saying, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. I'm listening. I'm all perked up. I'm listening to what she got to say because if she's not a recording artist, and I'm saying, okay, maybe I got fooled. Maybe I'm the ones who got fooled because I thought for the past 25 years I've been listening to a recording artist. So I guess I was wrong. My bad. So, folks, this was Jaguar Wright announcing that she is going to be a candidate for mayor this fall for 2024. Let me tell you all something. I have heard people announce their candidacy for a lot of different things and a lot of different ways. They have been on railroads. They have announced their candidacies on cars, all kinds of different cars, street cars, motor cars, race cars, whatever. They've even announced on horses, boogies. They have announced in offices, apartments, on the street, under a tree. But in all my years living on this earth, I have never seen a person announce their candidacy in a bathtub. So YouTubers, drop your comments. Are you going to be voting for Mayor Jaguar right? Drop it in the comment section. I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.